we are up over about 100 shows a year right now, and it continues to grow. And that's this middle level. I always call myself a minor league musician. You know, we have the opportunity to get on the road and play some really cool stages in front of a lot of people, but we're not all the way there consistently. You know, sometimes I'll get an opening slot or a direct support slot for a big act, and then go play a dive bar the next night in Podunk, Illinois. You know, so. And I kind of enjoy that part of it right now. It's kind of a roller coaster where it's not the same thing every night and you don't know what to expect. And obviously we want to get to the point to where it's the big stages every single night and the big crowds. But, you know, I've learned to just kind of take it all in, and I've had so many different experiences that have taught me so much throughout the process just by playing, you know, different kinds of stages. You always get ideas as a songwriter. So every day, all day, somebody says something that strikes a nerve and you're like, oh, that would be cool in a song, you know. So all day, every day, I'm always coming up with ideas. And then when I decide to actually sit down and start writing, whether it be for a new album or whatever, then I get all those ideas out and kind of start sorting through things. And some of them are good, some of them are really bad. You know, you wonder, what was I thinking when I put that idea down? So yeah, pretty much all the time.
I had 16 summers tucked under my belt and a brand new fake ID. Dr. Pepper and a bottle of whiskey hidden underneath my seat. Two best friends in an old S10, bending every rule we could break. But it didn't take long for the sheriff caught on and it stole that freedom away. Man, I guess that's just one of those things. You only get a few trips round the sun. Why spend a walking when you can run? You'll miss every chance you don't take. You can't learn from mistakes you don't make. Yeah. My 18th fall, I was off to play ball. Had a girl 2 years behind. So I stayed close to home, offered her to go and leave me for another guy. Man, I guess that's just one of those things. You only get a few trips round the sun. Why spend a walking when you can run? You'll miss every chance you don't take. You can't learn from mistakes you don't make. Sometimes only time can make it alright when life don't go your way. Look back with a laugh at the bumps in the path that made you who you are today. You only get a few trips round the sun. Why spend a walking when you can run? You'll miss every chance you don't take. You can't learn from mistakes you don't make. Yeah, you can't learn from mistakes you don't make. Yeah.
In 2013, I had an opportunity to go down to Nashville and record some songs with Toby Keith. In that process, he set me up with some co-writes with some of the people he writes with who obviously are all really successful songwriters. So I was certainly intimidated, I think, going into those writing sessions for the first time. But I wrote that song with Rivers Rutherford, and it was a song called Call You Mine. And we cut the song with Toby, and we had hopes of the album doing something, and it never did, it never got picked up. So as we were going into the studio to make this last record, you know, we were going through the songs, and the song still, I felt like it needed to be out there, you know, so we re-recorded it and put it out. So
hey girl, how you been? Never thought I'd see you again, at least not hanging around this town. Yeah, me, I'm doing okay. Saw your mama the other day, said she hadn't seen you much around. Now all you got to say to me is that I could've called. Well, I agree. I could've called you crazy for walking out on the strongest thing, the life, the love you made with me. And I could've called you a liar for the promises you didn't keep, and saying that you'd never leave. Well, I'd never try to change your mind. If you said that you were here for good this time, I'd still call you mine. Yeah, yeah. So you went and got hypnotized by those big city lights. I guess something must have broke that spell. 'Cause there you are, and here I am, hoping you'll reach for my hand, even after putting me through hell. So you want me to call you now, smiling, writing your new number down. I ought to call you crazy for walking out on the strongest thing, the life, the love you made with me. And I ought to call you a liar for the promises you didn't keep, and saying that you never leave. Well, I'd never try to change your mind. If you said that you were here for good this time, I'd still call you mine. Crazy for walking out on the strongest thing, the life, the love you made with me. And I ought to call you a liar for the promises you didn't keep, and saying that you'd never leave. Well, I'd never try to change your mind. So if you say you're here to stay for good this time, I'll just call you mine. Yeah, yeah. Hey girl, how you been? Never thought I'd see you again, at least not hanging around this town.
For the first few years, it seemed like everything was moving pretty quickly. You know, I met a manager that I'm still working with now, and I was getting gigs, and you know, just everything was on the up and up, and so everything seemed like it was just this is easy, you know. But I was also told along the way that it's going to stop at a certain point. You're going to hit a ceiling at some point where, and that's where a lot of people give up. You know, that's where a lot of people just say, oh, I can't do this anymore. And especially when you get, you know, in your, you know, upper 20s. I'm 27 years old, and when you get to that point to where, you know, you think about settling down and you start thinking about a family and do I want to be on the road for, you know, maybe 80 to 100 days out of the year while I'm trying to start a family, you know? And so I think that one, you know, I definitely hit that, what I would call the ceiling, you know, a few years ago. At that point, you just reevaluate. You just try different things. Okay, what have we been doing? What can we do different? And since then, you know, we've had some really cool opportunities that have come up, and I feel like I'm starting to get through that ceiling now to where we're in a pretty fast moving forward direction that I'm really excited about. The last project, I put out an EP in September of 2015, and it's called Light It Up. And we did that. That's my 4th album / EP that we've done. Really proud of this one. You know, I think everybody, anytime you make new music, you're always proud of it. You know, everybody will tell you that, and it's obvious. But for me, even looking back now that we're 6 months away, or 6 months past that, I'm still as in love with it as I was when we actually made it. From an entertainment side, I've always tried to make sure that I give people every ounce of everything I have. And it does get hard. I mean, you're out doing 100-some shows a year, 2 and 3 hour nights, 2 in the morning. You know, it gets hard to do that sometimes, but I always think about, put myself in their shoes. If I'm going to see a show that I pay money for, you know, I want an experience. And so I always try to make sure I leave people with that.
When you wake up and you're laying there with no makeup, does he tell you you don't need that stuff? Lord knows you got nothing to cover up. When you go out, does he hold your hand in a crowd? Does he show you that it's all about you? Can't live without you kind of love. Does he know everything you are? Does he take care of your heart? Is he there when you got it together? Or when you fall apart? Yeah, I don't mean to second guess, but I had to get it on my chest. Girl, tell me he's not better than my best. Did you fall out of love? Maybe I just wasn't enough. But girl, I still miss your touch. Now he's got your love and he won't give it up. Does he know everything you are? Does he take care of your heart? Is he there when you got it together? Or when you fall apart? Yeah, I don't mean to second guess, but I had to get it on my chest. Girl, tell me he's not better than my best. Yeah, I don't mean to second guess, but I had to get it on my chest. Girl, tell me he's not better. Won't you tell me he's not better? Girl, tell me he's not better than my best. When you wake up and you're laying there with no makeup, does he tell you you don't need that stuff? Lord knows you got nothing to cover